Elif was the kind of girl everyone liked. Always smiling, always joking, always the one who could lift the mood of an entire room. She worked in an office where she had many friends, but the one person she trusted the most was Kevin. They were inseparable during breaks. Food runs, random drives, exploring abandoned places, anything that gave them a thrill. Elif had a strange fascination with forgotten places. Kevin did too. That's what led them there. One night, after watching a movie, they were driving back when they spotted an old abandoned mansion on the edge of the city. It was the kind of place people avoided. Locals said strange things happened there. Lights that flickered with no power, and statues that felt alive. Kevin smirked. Let's go inside. Elif didn't hesitate. The mansion was silent, dust everywhere, and inside stood dozens of old stone statues. But one of them was different. It stood in the center of the hall, human-shaped, perfectly still. Its eyes were closed. For some reason, Elif couldn't look away from it. It felt like it was pulling her closer. Kevin started taking pictures. Elif did too. They checked the photos on their phones. The statue's eyes were closed. But when Elif looked up, she felt something was wrong. Like the statue's expression had changed. She looked back at the photo, closed eyes, looked at the statue again, still closed, but somehow staring. Ella froze. Then everything went black. She collapsed. Kevin rushed to her, poured water on her face. After a few seconds, she woke up. But something was different. She wasn't speaking, not a single word. Elif? No response. Elif, are you okay? She slowly turned her head toward him. Her eyes were no longer warm. They were cold and filled with anger. Before Kevin could react, she grabbed him by the collar and threw him across the ground with unnatural force. The next morning at the office, everything felt wrong. Elif's personality had completely changed. She was aggressive, irritable. She avoided everyone. Small things triggered her rage. No one understood what had happened to her overnight. And then suddenly a viral outbreak caused a lockdown. Everything shut down, and Elif disappeared from Kevin's life. 2 years passed. No contact, no sign of her. Until one day, Kevin ran into Christy, Elif's childhood best friend. When Kevin asked about Elif, Christy went silent. Then she said, "You really don't know what happened to her?" Kevin shook his head. Christy sighed and handed him a number. "Call her, but don't say I gave it to you." That night, Kevin called. After a few rings, someone picked up. "Hello?" The voice sent a chill down his spine. It sounded old, very old. "Elif? Kevin? Video call me." Moments later, the call connected. Kevin froze. On the screen was Elif, but she wasn't the same. She looked like she had aged decades. Wrinkled skin, thinning hair, heavy glasses covering tired eyes, a face that didn't belong to a 27-year-old anymore. "What happened to you?" Kevin asked. Elif didn't answer immediately. Instead, she asked, "Do you still have that photo from the mansion?" Kevin opened his gallery. "Yes." Then she said quietly, "Tell me, are the statue's eyes open or closed?" "Closed." A long silence. Then Elif whispered, "Then you're still safe." Kevin's heartbeat slowed. "What do you mean?" Elif's voice trembled. "Because I saw them open." She explained everything. After that night, she wasn't herself. Her family said she stopped recognizing people. She became violent. She spoke in ways no one understood. Doctors failed to help her. Finally, a priest was called. During the exorcism, the priest continued praying. Elif's body suddenly went rigid. A twisted smile appeared on her face. Then, in a voice that wasn't hers, it said, "I'm going, but you'll keep seeing me." Moments later, Elif collapsed. When she woke up, she felt exhausted, but normal. For the first time in months, her mind was clear. She looked at the priest and asked, "What was that thing?" The priest hesitated. "Tell me something first. Before all of this began, did you go somewhere unusual?" Elif immediately thought of the abandoned mansion, the statues, the photographs, the feeling of being watched. Slowly, she nodded. There was an abandoned place. The priest's expression darkened. Then that's where it came from. He remained silent for a moment before adding, "Some places are empty, and some places only pretend to be. Whatever attached itself to you was already there long before you arrived." Then he looked directly into her eyes. "My prayers may have driven it away from you, but that doesn't mean it's gone." Kevin's hands shook. Elif asked him to zoom into the photo. He did. The statue stood there, perfectly still. But something about it felt wrong now. Every time he looked away and back, it felt different, alive, watching. Then Elif told him the truth. Anyone who had seen that photo, something happened to them. Accidents, disappearances, mental breakdowns, death, one by one. Kevin felt his stomach drop. Why don't you just delete it? Elif laughed weakly. I tried. Hundreds of times. It doesn't stay gone. Kevin quickly deleted the photo. He stared at the screen, waiting to feel relieved. But his phone vibrated. A notification appeared. Unable to delete file, he opened the gallery again. The photo was back, but something had changed. The date. It was now today's date. Kevin's breathing stopped. He opened the image again, and this time, the statue's eyes were open, staring directly at him.